And good morning on this Wednesday, the 19th of February. It is 11 minutes past 10 o'clock and time now for our Community Profile interview show. This is Milton Baker along with Sandy Alexander, the co-host and executive producer of the Community Profile. Good morning, Sandy.
Good morning, Milton.
It is so nice to see you again today.
Thank you. Same here. Good to see you.
And you made it in through a little bit of drizzling rain out there.
Yep, I did.
At least there was not a foot of snow.
Well, thank goodness. But after that thunderstorm, you don't know, do you?
You never know. Might snow again.
Mm.
Well, please, if you will, introduce our guest for today. And we'll start off with some news about a giveaway we're going to do. We still going to do that giveaway? Yes, indeed. Okay, so
Okay.
Sandy, if you
We
will.
welcome to Community Profile today Sam Michaels from Gastonia. And Sam's going to talk to us today about Cajun water. It's like pecan and pecan, tomato. And we were talking about that in there. Some people pronounce it different ways. So anyway, Sam, welcome to our show.
Thanks.
And we're glad to have you here today. And we've been talking in there about the benefits of drinking this water. Now, start off by telling us what this water's done for you. I mean, or what about this water? Let's start off that way. What about this water makes it different from our water that we drink?
Okay, Sandy, thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm 68 years old. I've been drinking the water 6 years next week. And like you say, you can call it Kangan, but our company's 40 years old, a company called Anagic. And what this water does, it increases hydration, it balances your body's pH, it increases your blood oxygenation and neutralizes free radicals in your body. And my story is I got a call March 6, 2008. I'll never forget it. Your friend Dean Sailors got right to the point, said, "Have you heard of restructured water?" I said, "No." He said, "Write this number down." I wrote it down. He said, "If you're half as smart as I think you are, you'll be on that call tonight at 9 o'clock. Talk to you later." So through the day, I wondered how smart he thought I was, but thank the Lord I got on the call that night, and I could not believe all I was hearing. And I'll take time now and tell you, we make no medical claims. We let people try this water free. We're the only company in the world will give you water for several weeks to try. You be the judge. You either feel better or you don't, and we don't try to pressure anybody. We're just getting the word out. But I listened to that call, and a lot of things that I'd been having problems with, like gout, diabetes, acid reflux, and high blood pressure, people was giving testimony. They said the same thing. We don't know what it'll do for you. This is what happened to me. And you can try it free. But the last lady to speak is a lady had known in Texas 7 years ago, a lady named Mita. And she gave testimony about losing 30 pounds in 3 months, just cutting out her soft drinks and drinking the water. She said, "I never thought I could give up my Diet Cokes, but once my body got hydrated, I quit craving them." So anyway, she announced she was doing real good getting the word out on this program. She said, "I'll be in Orlando tomorrow night and all day Saturday for a seminar." So I thought about it and woke up twice through the night, which I never wake up thinking I need to go to Orlando, because my son and I went to Haiti on a mission trip the middle of December 2007, and everybody was working but me. I was 50 pounds heavier. My diabetes, if people's diabetic, they know your energy's not there a lot of times. You can leave. But I really got motivated. We'd been helping a school over there started with 50 18 years ago, now has 1,850. So this is even before I heard about the water. I get mixed up. But anyway, I come home praying to get my health back and to make an extra amount of money to help those children and their parents in Haiti. That was in December, January 1, I wrote the goal. 6 weeks later is when I got the call. So I hope I haven't confused everybody, but make a long story short, I talked to my wife. I drove to Florida. Could not believe people, their experience, no claims, but not having to get a carpal tunnel operation, fibromyalgia, and it's just on and on. But again, we let people try it. We make no medical claims. About everybody that's tried it has had results, but we don't know till they tried it again. It doesn't cost them anything. But anyway, I ordered my machine. It come in. I started drinking water. And within a month, 6 weeks, I got off several medications with my doctor's permission. We're telling them people never go off of anything unless you check with your doctor. And I read on the purple pill that I'd been taking 10 years for acid reflux, says do not take over 14 days in a row, and I'd been taking it 10 years. So I took it to the doctor, and he kindly agreed and said, well, something else will kill you before that. But anyway, thank goodness I got off of all of that, started feeling good, got my energy back. And you seen my picture there. I lost 7 inches in the waist and 50 pounds. I could get my Army shirt back on. I kept one from 1968 when I got out of the Army. So that was a big thrill. And I love to help people. I started telling people about the water and about the water. But anyway, in 1999, I had a heart virus attack my heart muscle, very unusual. Randy Travis had it a while back in the news. Well, I went to Sanger Clinic, and within 6 months, they had me on medication and whatever it was at moving, and told me just go to my family doctor for a yearly checkup. If I needed to come back to them, they would send me. So I got along fantastic and loving this business. I'd been all over the country doing seminars, and from New York to California, and just meeting wonderful people like Bill Powell. Bill Powell was a very good friend of mine. I met in 2008, had stage 4 cancer, and anybody could talk to him if they need to, but he had heard about the water. His testimony is, but I had my picture made with him, and he really looked bad, and now he's as healthy as a horse 5 years later, and going around all over San Antonio and anywhere he can go, like I'm doing, just telling people, give it a chance. All it is water. This water runs through a machine a little bigger than your toaster, an attractive machine, and it goes through 7 medical plates, medical tested plates, and it's platinum and titanium. It has 230 watts of electricity. It splits the water in two. You've got 2 hoses come out, and it makes a high alkaline water, and it makes a strong acidic water. This machine will make water as low as 2.5. And we have videos we share with people getting over skin problems, psoriasis and all. And there again, I'm not making a medical claim. I sold a machine 2 days ago with a friend of mine, Kathy, and they can talk to BT anytime. His wife said for 3 years, 3 and 4 times a week, she'd have to wash the sheets. He would be scratching his legs or his arms, and so much they would bleed a little bit. They'd been to 7 dermatologists, spent thousands on medication, nothing seemed to help. Well, Kathy started giving him water. Within a couple of weeks, when his body got hydrated, all this went away, and they waited another couple of weeks to see, and he kept drinking the water. Well, he bought a machine. So again, you can talk to him. I'm just, again, want to make clear to all the listeners, thank you for listening, but we do not make medical claims. You be the judge. If you want to try the water, it doesn't cost you anything. We furnish it. If it helps you, good, and if it don't, it sure can't hurt you. It's just, we call it magic water, and it sure done magic for me. But getting back to my story, Sandy, what happened is September of 2012, we had a meeting about this Kangan water in Charlotte. The owner of the company had flew in from Japan. We had over 500 people. And I was one of the speakers. In the evening, I started having to kind of gasp for breath. Well, that virus had come back. I had heart failure. Ended up in the hospital in October a week, come home, went back, and they said 85% of the bottom of your heart is gone. Said, hey, could you even get up and walk to the car or put your clothes on? My wife spoke up, so he's been giving water up until a week ago. People come by his office on Cox Road in Gastonia and carry 4 gallons of water out at a time, 8 or 10 times a day, which I had. But the thing I mentioned earlier, increased blood oxygenation, strong, fresh, restructured, ionized water contains an abundance of hydroxy ions, OH-, which donate free electrons to unstable oxygen-free radicals, resulting in stable oxygen molecules, according to the experts. Drinking restructured ionized water on a regular basis will increase the amount of dissolved oxygen in the blood. Stable oxygen with ever paired electron, no electrical charge, provides us with a mental alertness and is invigorating and energizing to the body. And it gets to the brain really quick. We've had several people, again, you can talk to a couple I know's children are able to come off of medicine, for the hyperness and all. Once your brain gets hydrated, we've got several people with children with autism that's had tremendous results. And again, we got people you can talk to and learn about. I'm not saying if anybody listening has any of these things, what it'll do for you, but you can try it free. But anyway, I'd been a diabetic over 10 years. The doctor in the middle, right at the end of October, said you've got a year left if you're lucky. And you always hear, when you hear that notice, things run through your head. Well, believe me, a lot run through my head in seconds, but the main thing I know that I love the Lord, and if it's my time to go, I know where I was going. So I didn't panic. My daughter-in-law's a nurse. She spoke up, said, what about a heart transplant? The doctor said, I don't think so. How old are you? I said, 67. He said, no, Charlotte. Said, Duke might, but said, your body would have to be in tip-top shape. And said, I see you've been a diabetic. I said, well, I've been drinking alkaline water for 5 years right at it. He looked at me like I was nuts, because doctors are great, but they're trained for what they're trained. And, any self-help thing that comes along, natural, they're about the last people to know about it. But my medical doctor now, though, is funny. He says, I got 10 older people getting healthier. And he says, you know what I asked him? I said, what? He said, what are you doing, getting some of Sam's water? And they said, yeah, we bought one of them machines and feeling great. So he's kind of in the know now. But anyway, thank the Lord, the day before Thanksgiving in 2012, I got to Duke University. And to cut to the chase, they took 37 vials of blood Thanksgiving Day. They said it was going to take 20, and they come in, my wife counted them. She was by my side the whole way, and took 37 vials of blood to come in the next day. And doctor said, Mr. Michaels, I can't believe how healthy the rest of your body is for your age. I said, what do you mean for my age? I'm 68, but I don't feel low. But anyway, thank God I was able, they put me on a bed, said I had to sign a thing to lay there till I got a heart. It might be a week or 6 months. Thank God it wasn't but 35 days. I couldn't move. I had to lay on my back. But my body was hydrated, but they had a balloon in me to my heart, keeping me healthy and keeping that old heart pumping. And I just praise the Lord that I got a little bracelet here a lady had made, a bunch of them, and we gave out, said, Sam Michaels, prayers answered, 12/30/12, heart for life. And there's a whole lot about prayers being answered I don't have time to tell, but I heard on TV that Vice President Cheney was on a waiting list for 2 years to get sick in the end of September and have a new heart by the end of the year. I just praise the Lord. And the doctors at Duke off the record finally admitted this water, I couldn't, they said this is off the record. They started researching, and one of them in particular, every little bit of time he had, 15, 20 minutes at a time, he said these Japanese are years ahead of us, and I've seen where they're using it in the hospital. The 2.5 will kill any bacteria. In their hospitals, it shows the doctors washing their hands, washing the place they're going to cut, washing their little scaffolds and all with this water. They don't use any chemicals. And we've got the documentation. You can see a video and even call one person, even call one of the hospitals where a guy was losing his foot with diabetes. And again, I don't know what happened to you, but I've got a guy in my office building. His grandfather had bad bed sores for 6 months. They couldn't get healed. I gave him some of the 2.5 water. Seen him a week later, and he come up and hugged me and grinning. And the people you can talk to, it healed it. It's just, it's something, listeners, that you have to witness, because the more you hear, when I heard about it, I was as skeptical as anybody. I drank 2 or 3 drinks a day. I bought bottled water, whichever was on sale. Then I found out we got a test we do, and you can go to Kangan Demo, Kangen DEMO.com, and watch a little 20-minute test with Pat Boone where he's got a machine. And we just read a magazine article where Bill Gates has bought 16 of these machines. So, that kind of tells you if it's got to be good. If it was one a whole lot higher, he would probably buy it.
Mm-hmm. Milton?
Mm-hmm. Well, just want to tell the folks out there listening that you've got something special planned for the listeners here before you leave. Around 10:30 or so, you brought some water with you, and anybody that comes down to our studios here on Highway 150 West in Cherryville, below the Animal Hospital, if you come down to the studios, you're going to give them some free Kangan water. Right. And so I just want the listeners to just to know that, and come on by here if you'd like a free sample of this water and see what it does for you. Like Sam says, no medical claims being made here. He can only testify what it's done for him or others he knows who've been drinking the water. Tell us a little bit about the protocol for drinking the water. Do you have to drink the water so much a day? Do you have to drink it before meals, after meals? What's the schedule there for drinking this water?
Yeah, that's a great question, Milton. You do not drink the alkaline water with your medicine. You wait 30 minutes before or after. And, people say, well, I couldn't do that, but you can, because when I got my heart, I started out on 50 pills a day, all that rejection. I'm down to 29, and I still drink the water. You just have to make you a list or be aware of it. I would get up and do it a certain time. And you don't eat your food, you drink clean water. And a temp of the machine makes clean water, and it makes 3 alkaline waters, 8.5, 9, and 9.5. We start people on 8.5. That's what I brought today. If you start them on 9.5, most people are so alkaline they would probably get diarrhea. So 8.5 won't bother you, and then you move up. But one secret I done, when we'd go out and eat, I would drink 20 ounces of water within 30 minutes we're eating. Well, that gets in your stomach, and you don't order near as much or eat near as much. Just keeping your body hydrated is so important. And you should drink half your body weight in ounces. Like if you weigh 200 pounds, you should drink 100 ounces. Like I was drinking a gallon a day, and most people say, oh, Lord, I couldn't do that. But you can. I asked one guy, he kept putting it off, and his health going down. His wife said, well, he drinks about 20 ounces all day long. And I said, Bob, if your doctor told you to drink a gallon a day, what would you do? And before he thought, he said, I drank a gallon a day. I said, well, I'm your new doctor. And he started doing it and told me 2 Sundays after when I seen him. He said, I can't believe how much better I feel. But a friend of mine, Sandy, went out in the snow the other day and dropped these drops, how we do the pH test, the chart you're looking at. And it turned orange, which means it was total acid. So you see all this paint coming off of people's cars now, not that old, 2 or 3 years old. All this stuff that we're breathing in is harming our body. And you look at what we're drinking, even a lot of different products, these sports drinks. We got tests we show you, that Kangandemo.com. You will be amazed things you're drinking and doing like I did, thinking you're being healthy. But, it just becomes a way of life. I've got a water bottle, and if people see it anywhere I go, if I go to Cracker Barrel or Arby's or anywhere, I take my own water. And I do it for 2 reasons. I'm saving money. I'm staying healthy mostly. But a lot of people say, what kind of water are you drinking? I've got a card. Because I'm on a crusade and a mission. I believe with all my heart I wouldn't be here when I made that decision. We all have times in life we make good decisions and bad, but I don't even let my mind wonder, what if I hadn't drove to Florida and found out about this? I thank God I did. So I'm on a crusade, and I heard years ago, Milton, if there's something to gain and nothing to lose, for goodness sakes, give it a try. And again, there's no gimmicks here. You try the water free for a period of time. If it helps you, great. If it don't, there's no problem. We'll never pressure you or run you down. But again, what I've been telling you is what happened to me. And I wanted to tell you, we're going to have a meeting at Jackson's Cafeteria coming up Monday night at 7 o'clock in Gastonia there at Acre Center. And you can come at 6:15 the 6 or 6:15 if you want to get food or a piece of pie. That'll be up to you. The meeting is no charge. It'll start at 6:45, and we'll go through a demonstration and really more scientifically tell you how this water works. I'm a simple person. I didn't need to know. I wanted to try it. If it worked, I wanted to do it, and that's the way I looked at it.
Mm-hmm. And while you're drinking the water, can you have? Will it be just as effective if you have a soft drink or coffee or tea, something like that, or can you eat what you want to eat? Do you have to have a special diet or anything?
Boy, you full of good questions, Milton. You can make your tea and coffee with this water, and you'll save 20 to 40% on your actual tea and coffee. All these things are saving you money. You should not drink soft drinks. Once you learn, and a lot of you hearing that's probably maybe turning your brain off saying, I couldn't, or I'll never give up. I felt the same way. Once your body gets hydrated, Milton, we even had a guy had been drinking a 6-pack of beer for 20 years, tears in his eyes. His wife was getting the beer, started building up beside the refrigerator, and she asked him, he said, why in the world have you, what's happened after 20 years? He said, I don't know, I just don't crave it anymore.
Yeah.
Your body was made to heal and take care of itself, and we have so much stress on it. This water really helps with stress, but you should try to eat better. You know, most people don't eat that much better. You know, I don't eat near as much red meat as I used to, but I don't have a special diet. And if I go to Arby's or somewhere, but you know, your body's 70-80% water. This makes sense if you can keep healthy water in your body. Because there's certain foods you can eat to get your body alkaline, but you can't eat hardly enough of it. You know, like broccoli and different things you can eat, you'd have to eat a foot tub full. And this water just makes it so simple, and you can carry it with you and all.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you brought me some to taste. It's good. It's good cold water, and I told you back several years ago, our pastor brought us some. I don't know if it was the same thing or not, but it was alkaline water and purified, so to speak. But I asked you in there, what's the difference between the purified water they advertise on TV that you can buy and put on your tap at home and this purification machine that you have? I mean, what does it do opposed to the others?
Well, our machine takes out everything and alkalizes the water. This chart that you can't see listening on the radio, most waters, even the water you buy in the blue jugs or bottled water, when you test it, or even the ones coming out of these, a lot of these little testers is going to still test acidic. It'll usually be between a 5 and a 6, and our water here will go all the way up to 9.5. It changes colors. We've also got a meter you can put in it and read the millivolts and show you the difference in it. But like I say, bottled water, it'll test right here, Milton. I'm just showing Milton the chart. It tastes good. They make it taste good, but I think if times will come out, it's going to be the biggest ripoff in this country. Coke gets their bottle. We got an article out of the river there and runs it through a couple of filters, put a little flavoring in it and sell it. And some of them's called Mountain Glacier and got streams and all on it and different things. But the more you in this, you learn and you go to seminars. But also our 2.5 that kills bacteria. You can clean your kitchen. The 11.5, you can wash your windows. You can soak strawberries in this 11.5 for 5 minutes. Even if you've washed them the way you'd normally wash them, you will not believe the chemicals come off of them. You can soak your shrimp or steak in this 11.5 for 15 minutes. Your pintos cook in half the time and twice the flavor. When you get the chemicals out of the water, and the right water, we have a beauty water. It's amazing, like the guy that quit scratching, what it does for your skin. So is this too much to say? And I'm no expert as far as explaining it, but again, we just ask you to come by and try it free and see what you think about it.
That's good.
Well, again, folks, it's we mentioned earlier this morning at 10:30, Sam would give away some water. So a few minutes past 10. So we'll start to wrap things up here. And if anybody would like to come by our studios and get a free gallon of Kangan water. Yeah, I'm close there on
We'll
the
pronounce it
pronunciation.
different ways.
Yeah. You're welcome to come by and try it. It's certainly not going to hurt you to try it.
Right.
It's
I
not.
mean, there's no side effects, ill side effects at all if you just try it. So
Right.
so if you'd like to come by, Sam's brought 30, I believe it is 30 gallons with him, and all you have to do is come by. Sam, I think maybe some people here to see. Is that right?
Okay.
Got one, somebody wanting water.
Okay, somebody's here to see. Sam, thank you for coming in and talking with us today. And maybe we can do this again sometime.
Thank you, and thank everybody for listening. I would love to do it in any way I can help you. I'd be honored to.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Sam.
sir. Very nice man. Very nice gentleman there, Mr. Sam Michaels, and quite a gentleman.
Yeah, very nice.
I wonder
yes.
if the water made him so nice.
I don't know.
He is certainly
It
a nice
didn't hurt,
fella.
did it?
He's certainly a nice fella. All right, folks. So come on by our studios, Highway 150 West, Cherryville, below the Animal Hospital, while the supply lasts, and get your free gallon of water and give it a try. Give it a try. It's something like Sam repeated many times. You know, he's not making a medical claim. He's not telling you to go off your medicine. That's between you and your doctor. But just try the water.
That's
It's
right.
not going to hurt you, and it's a free sample here. All right.
Okay.
Sandy?
Well, that does it for this week. We'll be back on Monday, and I don't have my appointment book.
Well,
with me.
we actually have it written
Oh,
down
okay.
on the board here, Monday.
Brian Rocket McClure will be here.
What can you tell me about Brian Rocket McClure?
I'm not real sure yet. I've got my notes at home. I don't
Okay.
say nothing unless I read them.
Yeah, that's right. I know, except for Roger Stauball.
That's right. Hush.
All right. Folks, we thank you for listening and hope
Yes,
you
thank you.
enjoyed. And come listen in for the show again next week, Monday through Wednesday, the Community Profile. We'll see you next time.